Hey everybody, so I've been posting a lot of Sketchbook pages lately on my Tumblr account, and I've finished the sketchbook that all of the paintings that I did, all the drawings and stuff were in. So I thought it might be fun to do a little flip through of the sketchbook with all those drawings in it for fun. So this is the sketchbook that I used. It's a Fabriano mixed media sketchbook, and I just bought it, and I didn't, this is what it says. It has that kind of paper in it, and I didn't know, I just bought it online from Blick, and it cost me $6, and hold on. That's how thick it was. It was a lot thinner, and then the pages got all crinkly because I painted with them. And I didn't really mean, I ended up using it for pretty much just for watercolors, but I didn't know what I was going to do with it originally, but I wound up just using mainly watercolors in this. So this is the first page. I did some swatches of my favorite paint colors, some watercolors and some pen and stuff, and then How to Train Your Dragon stuff because I was really into that back in May. Oh, and this sketchbook is basically from the 1st of May to the 1st of July, so I've worked on it for about 2 whole months, May and June mostly. Okay. And then this is the first page. And then this, I use this pen that I really like. I think it's a Papermate Flare pen, but it's not waterproof, and so I couldn't use watercolors with it, so which I was kind of annoyed with because it's my favorite pen to draw with. But so I did just some test doodles, and then first I thought that I might like to use pencil and watercolor, and so I tried that here, but I wasn't totally happy with how that turned out, so I kind of quit doing that. And then here I tried drawing. I wanted to learn how to draw dragons. That's one of my things. I want to learn how to draw more like interesting creatures. And so I had a fountain pen, and so I put waterproof ink into it and did that, and then I painted it with watercolors, and I wound up being really happy with how that turned out, so I did that for the rest of the book. And then that was first. That was my not good doodle, and then they got better. This is more How to Train Your Dragon stuff. I was really into this. This was probably maybe my favorite page in the whole book, and you can see later that I pretty much copied this page, like the format of this page, for the whole rest of the book because I liked it so much. I liked it. It's toothless, but he's a little smaller than the this is like a modern day high school thing. I don't know. And then my Raven page, and this is her, and then her alternate universe evil kind of counterpart I thought was fun. And then I was just messing around. I really like the way they did medieval text and like manuscripts and stuff, and how they did like really ornate letters and plant vines and all kinds of stuff. So that's kind of what I was thinking. I just did a little doodle of that. And then I also tried doing like an experiment where I drew the sleeves that she actually has in the show with a little cuff and then the gem, because I never draw her with those sleeves because it just takes too long and it's too much work, and I'm way too lazy. But I tried doing that, and I was happy with them, how they turned out, so I did that. And then these 2 pages don't line up and match. They're like 2 separate ideas and stuff. But this one I was messing around with some kind of like raven future magic Elsa, dark Elsa kind of design, and then I messed up her face and it smudged out and it looked awful, but it's turned sideways, so it doesn't matter so much. And then I did a She-Ra page, and I actually didn't come back. Like, I drew these on the same day, but as you can see, that's the 8th and that's the 19th, so I didn't come back and paint it until a lot later, so it was just empty, but it's She-Ra. And then this page was the first page of my medieval Titans alternate universe story thing that I was just messing around, and it's really fun. And like Cyborg would have like be in like a big metal knight thingy because he can't be a robot. And then I messed around with the idea of maybe Starfire having a giant sword, but then later I came up with the idea of her having an axe and stuff, and I don't know, that's all of them together having a good time. And then more of that. This is like one of my favorite pages of the whole book, and Starfire's eyes are just glowing and she's just absolutely terrifying. And then this is where I had the idea of the axe. And then this up here was like a separate doodle for a Mother's Day card for my mom. And then it goes to this page, and they're all together, and I never estimate the room on my paper. So Raven's way up here, and then they don't fit, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. And more Raven, and then I sketched her dragon. I tried sketching with a watercolor pencil here, and I really liked it, but I never got around to doing that again, but I'd like to do more of that in the future. I really like that one. That's her dragon. Her dragon is called Death Song, which I think is fitting for Raven. And I did this page at 1 in the morning with the lights off, and I think you can tell I wasn't super happy with it, but and then I went outside in my yard and painted, or I drew them outside and painted it inside, but these are the daylilies, and it was really fun. They're like, you can't possibly capture how bright and vibrant they are, but they're really pretty, and it's like them as they're growing and stuff. And then I also went outside and did this one night. I think it was like Sunday night, and I drew some hydrangeas outside, and I just this was more of like a color study. I wanted to mess with colors and how they kind of bleed into them. You can kind of see, but my favorite 3 colors are like cobalt blue and golden yellow and like a reddish pinky pink color. And then it turned into Felix showed up because I got bored of drawing flowers, because I did all these flowers and then I had to fill my space, so I drew them. Then I actually I drew this page, and I really liked the sketch, and then I didn't like it as much when I put watercolor paint on it, and then I wound up liking it. It's also special because it's, see, the book is stable bound, so it's the very center of the book. It's like at the heart, but I really like this doodle. I thought this was really cute. I love drawing Beast Boy because all of his animals get to be like this really pretty lime green. It's really fun to draw. Green owl or green tiger. It's super fun. They're both just super cute. And this page I kind of took a break from watercolors, and this is watercolor pencil and acrylic paint. And I like how it turned out, but it took forever, and I'm more of like a speed. I like to go very fast or not at all, so it wound up not being my thing. And then I was using, I think it's a Chinese brand, not actually Amazon brand, but that's just what I call it in my head, for a fountain pen. But then I got a Lamy pen because it was on sale from Amazon, and I was trying it out, but I wound up not liking it because it had a little bit finer nib than the Amazon pen, and I like prefer my lines to be just slightly thicker, so I wound up not liking that as much, but I was testing that. This is like another test page. And I did this page. This was kind of more of a study of a drawing that I wanted to do, but I think it actually wound up being better than the finished drawing. But I was more of trying to get like the energy and feeling of a moment into color and stuff. It's kind of hard to explain. And then these are also a plant I see out when I take walks in the mornings. They're not blooming yet. I think they bloom in late August, but they're angel trumpets, angel plant or something. I think they're, or trumpet plant, and they're poisonous, but they're super beautiful flowers, and I love drawing them in my art. And then I kind of practice drawing some roses and stuff just for fun on the sides, and then I listen to music while I paint, and so sometimes I get inspired and write the lyrics down that seem relevant. And then this page was another one. I did the sketch and then painted it, and I tried something different with paint. I put the background wash on before the main colors, and I really, really hated it, and I kind of abandoned it for ruined. But I wound up deciding that I liked the sketch just so much that I came back later, like on the 20th. I did this on the 3rd, but I came back like 3 weeks later and went back over with some acrylic paint. Acrylic craft paint is really great. It's like colored whiteout. You can fix all of your mistakes with it, and I wound up being more happy with it. But I thought it was cute, so I wanted to try and save it. The ladybug and cat noir, their colors are so pretty. They go so good together. Sitting in Paris, I really liked the background and stuff. I was really happy with how that turned out. This is another, I forgot to date it, but I think it's around maybe June 16th now. Here, this is more raven and then red raven. And I used some colored inks on this page, which I used pink ink for her hair and stuff, and then I used this purple ink in places for raven. And ink is kind of hard to deal with. It's literally like liquid marker ink that you can water down and use like watercolors, but it's tricky. Some colors were better than others. I have a yellow that I really like, but I wasn't super happy with this page, but I think it's okay. And I tried drawing a mermaid character that I have, Melusine. She's a noble lady and then an evil mermaid. There's Emily as the peacock, little baby Adrian. And this was like a test page that I did for myself. I was having a little bit of trouble at this point because it was getting so thick for me. I was having a little bit of trouble drawing on it because it was so wrinkly. I also I ordered some more watercolor pencils, and so I did a little swatch test here of my new pencils. That's scribbled and then I wet them, see? And I really liked this page. I really like for things to be super bright, and then this is like a Cruel Summer vibes, the song. Like, to me, that's what the colors are, and also they're just super cute. So I thought that was fun. This is like some Marie Antoinette-esque kind of pearls. This was fun too. This is getting into July now. Super bright, and I used the yellow ink that I like mostly for yellow pearl, and then the rest are watercolors and pen and stuff. And then this, I went out into my yard again and drew the flowers that were out there now, which was a month later, and so it was different. These are some zinnias, and then these are black-eyed Susans, which are really pretty. They're all like golden and yellow. And then these were hibiscus plants. We have a dark red one, and then like a carnival stripy pink one. And then I added some white paint over it to kind of get the stripes back. I was adding a lot of paint at this point because I really wound up liking to do that. It kind of adds another layer to the watercolors I found. Then that was July 3rd, and that was last week. And that was the last page of the book. And I was really excited to finish it.